Hello, welcome to another Friday Live with me, Stephen, featuring the new Stamp Anything. What month are we? March 2025 release. It's hard to believe we're March already. Let's just wait for some friends to pop in, and we can make sure that sound and everything is working. So let's see if someone can comment in the chat and let me know that everything is working. See, we have some people popping in. Hello, Joyce. How are you? I'll see you tomorrow. Perfect. All right, so let's just go. We'll go over this month's release. So obviously, this theme is based off of E.T. This movie, as when I was a kid, freaked me out, but for some reason I couldn't stop watching it. It was that scene when E.T. was in the forest and Elliot had been dropping the Reese's Pieces, and when E.T. goes running off, that just scared the bejesus out of me. So anyway, here is the stamp set. Hello, I think, let's see, is it Amak Ima? Is that you? Sleeplessly for way too long? So yeah, we have the stamp set, which is adorable. We have some really cute ET images, Elliot, and is it Gertie? I can't. What is that her name? I can't think of it. Um, hello. I'm guessing is it Richard or Karen? Hello. And we have, of course, the very symbolic Elliot and ET on the bike, and some really cute sentiments. Keep in touch, to my favorite extraterrestrial, phone home. And obviously, you can place them together. You are um, out of this world. And then we have, this was my request, to have a stamp that says push, because I thought you could use ET and have a spot where you could push on the card using like a pear blossom press or whatever, and have ET's finger light up. Wouldn't that be cool? So we have push in a very small sentiment. Hello, Karen. Hello, Timothy. So nice to see you. And then, of course, we have the coordinating outline dies. This month, they are a little wider than normal. However, in the following months, we're going back to our normal size. And then we have the Over the Moon builder die. And this one has trees, the moon, of course, that bike. We have some rocks. And the moon is multi-layered. So you have the outline, the inner, and then the very outer piece. So those all go together and it builds this right here. So we have two different tree shapes, three different rock shapes, the moon, and then Elliot and ET. And then I believe this one is an extra. So if you're in Stamp Club, you wouldn't have gotten this one, but this is a extra set, and it makes the Speak and Spell. And I do have, Kevin made an example. And isn't this fun? You could either, if you have a small alphabet stamp set, or like if you want to do what Kevin did, just write everything out. You could even spell a message and send that. This would even be a really cool insert into a mini album, or even on a scrapbook page, but as a mini album, and have it as an insert. You could flip it and put some pictures or some journaling on the back. And then last but not least, we have the layering redwood forest stencil, and this is a 3-layer stencil. This will be shipping out to Stamp Club members soon. There was just a problem with manufacturing this month, and they weren't in Stamp Club, but you will get those. Oh, and I do have a sample of all of the pieces that are in the Over the Moon builder die. So here is the moon that Kevin created the sample, and it has the 3 different layers of the moon. We have Elliot and ET, and we have the 2 different tree shapes and the rocks. So there we go. So, oh, I see we've got a fair number of people here. So this is good. I wasn't sure there would be many tonight. So I decided for the stamp set, I want to use ET and Elliot um, and on the bike. So we're going to color that up first. But I also want to do some little bit of mixed media, creating some backgrounds, and I want to use this that you all got in here. If you're in Stamp Club, you all would have got that. So I want to use this using some of my mixed media backgrounds. And as you can see, my hands are a bit dirty because I don't want this video to be extra long tonight. So I created a few backgrounds beforehand, and we're going to create our um, our starry night sky background, mixed media background, um, live tonight. So I'll just do one background with you because I have had a lot of people ask me how I do those. So but I'll give you a little sneak peek of the one I did make. So here is one of my backgrounds that I'm going to die cut the trees and stuff out of. And we'll do a bit more to it, but I've got some stenciling and stamping and ink smushing and splattering is all on there. So that's one background. So are we all ready to jump into the coloring? Let me just see. Is this flip this over? So for ET, I'm going to start with our skin using Copic markers. So I have E04, E11, E21, E00, triple zero, and quadruple zero. Thank you, Ema. All right. And I'm going to do my best to try and keep an eye on the chat. I don't have my lovely assistant like I did last time. Joyce was here reading me the um, the chat. So any questions, just type it in and I will keep an eye on everything. So I'm going to get in with the coloring. I'll just move this a little closer. And I'm going to try and angle this just a bit. There we go. All right, so starting with E04, I'm going to go right under his hairline. Let me see if I can. So right under his hairline, I'm going to use the very tip of my marker, and I'm going to flip him upside down. I find it easier to color away from myself most of the time. So just going into these kind of nooks and crannies along his hairline, like so. Then I am going to go right into the crease of his eye. I'm going to just extend that out a bit. All right, and we'll do his hand and under his neck. And I'm just going to color in his tongue flat for now. Anybody that's watched my videos know I always do deal with that later. So now I'm going to go in with my E11. And I'm going to go right over top of what I colored, just thickening that line ever so slightly. Okay, and I'm just going down the side of his face a little more. I'm going to color in more of the crease of his eye. Carry that out. So there we go. He looks a little crazy right now. Let's not forget the neck and his hands. Now I'm going to go in with E21. And again, doing the same thing. We're just thickening that line. I'm going to just start to close off that I, using the very tip of my marker, I'm going to color in the rest of his neck and his hands. I'm going to go to E00 next. And don't be alarmed. I don't know if it's showing up. Kevin decided to be earth friendly and he accidentally did some crazed stamping here. So that'll show up while this is wet. But don't worry, it'll go away after. Actually, I don't know. Is that? I think I might have to actually. I think I'm going to have to restamp this because I don't know if Kevin used the proper ink because it's smearing. Okay, so I am going to have to restamp this. That's the problem here. So we're going to have to start over. The joys of live. What ink did you use to stamp this out? Hey. Well, it's not Memento. This is why I should do my own prep. Okay. Just going to. Okay. Well, you'll get to see the whole process with me today. I love that stamp tool, Stamptabulous. If you guys don't have one, you need one. There's the company right there. An amazing Canadian company. Bernadette makes them. There we go. Yes, please, Joyce, can you come? By the time you get here, I'll probably just be finishing. But... All right. Take two. So if anybody is new to Copic card making, what you stamp your images in is very important. If you use the wrong ink, it'll smear. You need to use a Copic-friendly ink. Okay, so I'm going to quick do this over again. So my apologies. And I should say, if you are doing any digital printing and you're printing with your computer, if you have a laser printer, you're good to color right away. But if you have an inkjet printer, you're going to want to let it either sit overnight and dry, or take your heat tool and just kind of heat set it. And that should be good. But some, I can't remember if it's Epson inkjet. Those ones I could color with right away. But HP, I think it was HP, I had to let it either dry for 24 hours before coloring with it. Oh, hello, Stephanie. You're joining me. Stephanie, I groom her dogs, and she has recently got into coloring. She got herself a set of Ohuhu markers. Okay, so we're almost back to where we were. So I'm just going around with the E21 around the bottom of his face. I'm going to color in his hands, and then I'm going to close off his eyes, leaving a white rim around. Okay, and now I'm going to do E00 next. And I just want to clean off the tip of my marker since it got a bit contaminated with the ink. So I'm just using E00 now. Okay. And then I'm going to switch to E000. And I'm just slowly working my way around his face, leaving that center nice and white. And lastly, E00 right in the center of his face. And then I'm working my way out. There we go. And I'm going to grab my R20. And we're going to give him some rosy cheeks. Mainly pretty much just see this side. And I'm not worrying about blending that. While it's still wet, I'm going to go in with my E000 and just soften that side. And then I'm going to grab a B63 and a B60. And I'm going to go along the top of his eye. Like so. And then with the B60, these are my favorite to do for this. The eye technique is the 63 and the 60. I'm going to go back with my B63 again. And B60. Just going to close my door. Okay. So, and then I'm going to use my zero marker. This is an Ohuhu zero marker. And I'm just going to dot the center of his tongue to give it a little bit of a highlight, like so. Thank you, Annie. Okay, so we've got his skin done. So let's do Elliot's hair next. So I'm gonna just let me grab my Copic chart. I'll probably do the four. Yeah, I'm gonna actually we'll do the 40s. I'm gonna do E49, 47, and 44. So let me grab those. If I can find them. 47 and 49. There we go. So E49, this one is a potent marker, so you want to use it very sparingly. I'm just going to do my little flicks. I'm going to go at the root of the hair and the tip of the hair. Just as I always say for anyone that's watched, it's like drawing little blades of grass. Okay, so we've got E49. Now I'm going to go to E47. And I'm going to do that again. And we're going to bring it a bit further using the flicks. Doesn't have a bunch of hair to color. Then I'm going to go with my E44 next. I'm going to color in the center, the remaining, and I'm going to go over this hair one more time because it looks a bit too flat. Sometimes I like to do 2 layers. So hello, Susan, E49. Thank you to everyone who's joined. It's nice not to be alone. I always worry I'll be talking to the walls in these videos. So E49. And actually, I think I'm going to go with my E59. So I refilled my E49 recently, but it doesn't seem as dark as I would like. Yeah, that's better. So this is the E59, and I'm just going to get a little bit more contrast. There, I like that better. Okay, I'm going to go to 4-7 now. Thank you. I'm doing my best to not just do black nails. That's why these ones are a little more colorful. Plus my nail tech has kind of banned me from black nails. E44. I am not thrilled with how his hair is turning out today. I'm going to do one more layer. My philosophy with hair is 3 strikes, and that's as good as it's going to get. So E59. It's like, just like good hair days. Some days are better than the other. Sometimes your coloring skills are going to be better for no rhyme or reason. E49, and I'm going to skip actually, I'm going to go to, so that was E59, sorry. I'm going to go to E44. I'm going to just do a jump, and hopefully it'll pull some of the 5-9. So I don't want this here to read as one tone. I think that is as good as that hair is going to get. So let's grab. Let's do our reds next. Usually, I like to wait till the end to do my reds because they can kind of pull. But I'm going to live on the wild side today, and actually, we'll do. So I'm going to do our 39, 37. 35, and 32. Sometimes I'll use R59 as my darkest, but I'm going to do 39 today. Okay. So I'm going to just color it in dark at the back of his hood. I might add like a W color later. So using the R39, I'm going to... Now, for instance, if you're coloring this, I probably wouldn't do the red. Now, thinking of it, if the blanket that ET has is a lighter color, it's going to have a higher chance of pulling. So I'm going to have to be very careful when I color ET. Okay, so we have R39. Now I'm going to go in with my R37. Yes, I know I'm being brazen, getting the reds out. Being wild. This is as wild as I get. Coloring on a Friday night after work and using my reds. I am the most boring person, but okay. So this is R37. Now I'm going to go to R35. And I'm trying to leave a small white halo around his face, kind of around the perimeter of everything we've colored. Okay. Oh, my mom's watching. They're on their lazy boys in their living room. Everybody say hi to my parents while they're still awake because they fall asleep quite easy on those lazy boys. All right, so this is R32. Oh, yeah, my parents probably can't even see people saying hello because they wouldn't have the comments on their screen. So, but say hello anyway. Their names are Ron and Brenda. Um, okay, so I'm just... What ink did you use, Kevin? I'd really like to know. Because it has ruined the tip of two of my markers. Timothy says hello, Mom and Dad, and Joyce says hello. Ema says hello. Okay, R37 or 39. I see a little kind of indent on his hoodie, so I'm going to use my R39 and kind of carry that around and up. I'm going to create a little elbow dent. I know, can you believe that, Joyce? Kevin admits to doing something wrong. R37. close off that elbow. Steven, did you really listen to the new album today for Lady Gaga? Of course I did. It's like a national holiday in my community when Lady Gaga comes out with a new album. The world stops for artists like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Lady Gaga in my community when they come out with a new album. It's almost you should just practically be calling in sick to work. Oh, Annie says hello, mom and dad. Uh, Anybody here listen to Lady Gaga's new album that came out today? Going back with the 3.5, I just want to darken this as it's dried back. I don't like it. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the 3.2. Joyce, I just watched Clueless yesterday. Time to get out that stamp set. I was just talking about that stamp set today. I love that set. And I love the locker builder die. So this is R32. It says Kevin played Annie says, I got excited when Kevin played a snippet of the Beastie Boys. I don't know if I could tell you any song from the Beastie Boys. I know they came out with like an album when I was in high school, but I couldn't tell you yeah. They were never kind of my thing. Excuse me. Okay, I don't like, so I'm going to do on the side here, I'm going to scribble some R35, and I'm going to use my R32 to pick that up just to get a in-between blend to kind of blend this chest area. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with my R39. I'm going to be rewatching The Incredibles this weekend, even though we watched it like 2 months ago. Kevin and I watched the first Incredibles last night in preparation for the Incredibles weekend we have coming up. And to my disgust, I discovered that The Incredibles is 21 years old. How did that happen? Oh, Kevin said, I'm pretty sure it was Timothy's Reel where he used the Beastie Boys song, and that's where you heard it. That's what it's referencing with Anne. Okay, so let's do some denim. So I'm gonna grab B99, 97, 95, 93, and 91. I doubt I'll use 91, but I'm gonna use the B's. Starting with B99, I am going to draw a little line. I'm going to create kind of a knee shadow. And there is the rest of his leg over here. Not going to be, that'll be naturally darker. You don't have the locker die. Ooh, I wonder if Nick Nook still has one of the locker dies. I think Anne is sold out of them. But that was a fun one, and it opened up. This is B97 if I didn't say. And I think in there is part of his pants. If it isn't, it is now. And now B95. And B93. Is there any denim, like jean connoisseurs in here that are addicted to jeans or jean snobs? During the pandemic, I treated myself to some Japanese denim. This was like it was 2021, and I wanted to support a local um, business that sold clothing and stuff. It was in our downtown, back where we used to live, and they did used to do. You'd give him your measurements, and he would pick out clothing for you. And that was one of the things he picked out for me. It's this Japanese denim, and oh my god, it was the best jeans I've ever felt on my skin. And of course, I didn't look at the price, and they were the one thing I was like, I gotta have these jeans. They were amazing. And I get to the checkout counter to find out they're $400 Canadian. I bought them, but I don't know if I would ever spend that amount of money on jeans again. They are amazing, but yeah, they were like that. They have like that raw edge inside or whatever. I can't remember. He told me all about it, but yeah, it was this was a lot of money to spend on a pair of pants. Yes, I love my shoes, and saying I'm a shoe snob, I am very much. I love my shoes, and I relapsed very hard this past year when I was with Anne, and I had to buy when I was teaching at the Florida um, retreat. I ended up having to buy an extra suitcase to bring home all the shoes. But in my defense, the prices were so good. Like I could get Nike shoes for like $45 at the outlets and that. So I had to stock up because who knows when I'm going to be back there. It's definitely not going to be for a while. So I just needed to make sure I was good. 4, 2, and 0. I'm going to use my W's. What did Joyce say? Oh, that's right. You weren't in Stamp Club in reference to the locker we were talking about. W4, I'm going to do his little shoes. W2 and W0. Yeah, we did have fun buying shoes, and we got the coolest shoes, Anne and I. We got these Converse shoes that are almost like they have like almost I don't want to say platforms, but they have like a 2-inch sole on them. And Anne and I dressed up as Mouseketeers when we went to Disney. It was so fun. But yeah, those Converse shoes that I got are probably my favorite shoes that I got that weekend. All right, so we got his little shoesies. Um, let's color ET next. And I think ET is going to be in the E70s. I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to grab Let's see if I can find. Let me pull them, and then I will show you. I need 77. Okay, so unfortunately, my E70 is as dry as a bone. Look at that. And I just bought that. It's dry, but these are oldie markers and they were made better. So I'm going to use E77, E79, 71, and 74. Kevin just shared a link to the Nick Nooks online store. They have a lot of items that are sold out on the Stamp Anything website. So if there's something that anyone has been wanting and it's sold out, check out Nick Nook. They may still have what you're looking for, and it is a Canadian store. So E79. Oh my God, isn't ET just the cutest? Um, as a dog groomer, he reminds me of a Shih Tzu. What a Shih Tzu would look like if they were bald. They have these big eyes and disproportionate bodies. Okay, so that was E79. I don't know if I need the 77, but we'll use it anyway. Seven four. Sorry, I feel like this live is already taking forever. I hope you guys don't mind. I still want to do the background. I want to do a card. I'm picking up a few items tomorrow and got the Wanted Builder die. Oh, yes. It's funny, actually. One of the pieces I had pulled out has the Howdy. And that was from that Wanted release. It's kind of a westerny. So this is E71, if I haven't said. I'm going to go back to the 7-9. And 7-1. Okay. And I'm going to use, remember how we use the B66 and 60? I'm going to do that on little ET as well. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? He just has the cutest little face. And I'm going to just show something. I started kind of doing journaling. So, I've been doing like backgrounds and stuff like that. Well, I picked up, because I want to do, it's sort of like a junk journal I'm working on. So I picked up some Reese's Pieces, a box. I'm going to tear this up and put that in my book. And I might create a little layout in there. Oh, anyone else here addicted to Reese's Pieces? And what do you call them? Because it always annoys me. I'll go when I'm in the United States. Half the time, they'll call them Reese's Pieces. Aren't they just called Reese's Pieces? Why is it Reese's? Where is this Reese's Pieces? It doesn't. To me, it sounds like you're saying something else. That's not good. Let's see. E77. Gonna just color his fingies. Who ate the candy? I have no clue, and it was, it was for art that I ate them. Joyce loves them. Reese's Pieces. Joyce calls them the same as I do. I'm going in with the 7-9 now. Oh, Susan calls them Reese's Pieces as well. Okay. I think I am going to use the let's do might do the 50s. Anne says pieces, but I know it's pieces. Yeah, don't do that, Anne. Um, was it in a DQ Blizzard? No, I think the last place I heard them call them Reese's Pieces was at Friendly's when we were there on International Drive-In and we were having a sundae, and the lady was asking if we would like some Reese's Pieces. And it just sounds like I don't even want to say what it sounds like. Um, so I'm going to grab my E55. I'm going to do the blanket kind of cream. 5 5, and I need my 5 1, I think, and 5 3. I can find my 5 3. Where are you, E53? E53, where are you? Score blizzards are very good. I had a score McFlurry the other day, Joyce, because in Canada the best time to eat ice cream is the winter. So I'm going to use. Oh, what the heck? I have two E55s. I need my E53. What the heck? Do I not have an E53? I cannot find my E53, and I don't want to waste time, so we'll just make this work. So I'm going to use a little bit of E55. Just like so. I'm going to go in with the 5. Oh my gosh. I had the 5-3 in my hand the whole time. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be coloring tonight. Did you guys notice I had the 5? Was anybody yelling at their TV saying it's in your hand already? 5-1. The dairy bars are starting to open over here. Oh, you have Cow's ice cream too, Joyce. It's good ice cream. In PEI, they have this, and I think they're also in Nova Scotia. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cow's ice cream is so good. My accountant took me to the Fiber Festival in Prince Edward Island back in the fall, and I might have had cows a few times. I'm going with some 5-3. And maybe a little bit of 5 or 5. What did I say? 5-3, W3, and W5. Just to darken that up a bit. The warm grays. Okay, I like that. Okay, and I'm just going off of, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm totally ADDing. I'm going to add his eyebrows in, because Kevin has done that in the past. Added eyebrows. Let's hope I don't mess this up. But I like when they have eyebrows. And I'm just going to go in with a colored pencil. Don't know what that was. Oh, oh. Just going to go in with a colored pencil and just create some brow texture. There we go. Halifax, Montreal, Niagara-on-the-Lake, and BC. You learned that today. Oh, no way. And Cow's chips. Oh my God, I haven't tried the chips. Okay. Now let's use some of the cool grays. I'm going to do C7, 5, and 3 to color in the crate. So I'm going to do C3, and I'm just going to do a base coat. We're almost done coloring, and then we can get to my favorite part, which is, well, I love the coloring, but doing the backgrounds. I love me some backgrounds. So WC, I filled it in with C3, then I did some C7. Now I'm going to go in with some C5. And I'm going to back it up to a C2. So if I go in with some C3, it's going to all read as one color. So I'm going to push. Back with the C7. And some C3. Okay. Now let's do the warm gray. I'm going to go in with the W7. Chocolate covered PEI potato chips. Is that what they are, Joyce? The cow's chips. So I'm just going to color this in flat. Trust me here. Going to look not great for a minute, but I'm being lazy for a second. Then I'm going to go in with my W2, and because it's such a light color, it'll repel and start to lighten. And then back with my W7. I'll do the same over here. Yeah. Well, thank goodness Kevin and I were smart this time and we had our supper before my live. So I am like, I don't want to even think about food right now. I'm gonna go, let's do some C4 for the bike. I just want to keep this simple because the main attention, I don't want to be on anything else. So that was C4, and I'm going to use maybe some, I'm going to grab my C6. Cow chips are good. Had them when we visited Canada last year. Yum. Karen, you'll have to, are you going to do another trip to PEI? I know you're here for just a short period when you come for the Stamp Anything Canadian retreat, but are you going to pop over anywhere while you're here? So that was some C6, and let's do, I'm just going to grab, I can't find my C, I'll just use C2 just to soften. Okay, there we go. Let's add our highlights. So I'm going to use a white colored pencil. Just going to go around. face. Let's do front of his leg. Just like so. You're still planning. I tried the ketchup chips. I'll need to try ketchup. That's right. You did have the ketchup chips when you were here, Anne. Okay, I am using the white gel pen. I'm going to just add the whites in Elliot's eyes. Okay. We'll do ET as well. Oh, look at how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. And Kevin, if I could get you to come up here and cut out ET for me so I can keep motoring. Okay, where am I going to put these markers? We'll set them right there because I need them out of my way. Yeah, I know. Isn't the image? It's just the cutest. Actually, you know what? I'll just fussy cut Elliot out. I'll do that. Let's see how fast I can fussy cut. Thank you. Oh, wait. I think I hear Kevin coming. Okay. So I'm going to clear this off. And I'm going to just make sure you tape it extra good. I am.
Am I die cutting?
No.
What am I doing?
Just cut it out.
With the scissors?
No, scan cut or whatever.
Oh.
Okay. So I am going to first.
You're gonna trust the scan and cut after it's covered?
Yeah. I'll just tape it down good. Or I can fussy cut it. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to create a kind of a night sky. And I did not plan. So let's do, I'm going to start by, let's do my favorite color in distress. I'm going to start with some salvage patina. So I have the mixed media. I don't know what you call that. The mixed media mat. I don't know what it is, but it's the one that comes with the glass mat, media mat. So I'm just putting it down. I'm going to wet this, and I start with my lightest color first, and I'm just going to smoosh it, and I'm going to heat it up. And if you dropped your heated tool like I did just before I went live, it'll shoot out black debris all over your background.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it broken?
No, it does that. I've dropped it before.
I don't think that's a good thing.
I'm going to just keep dipping it. I like to start with a light color first. And I like to build up to my darker colors. And as you keep adding, do your ink smooshing, the paper will slowly. And I should mention, this is a mixed media. This is a mixed media cardstock. I will show you the exact one I'm using. It is Strathmore mixed media, and I love the vellum surface. Strathmore mixed media paper vellum surface, and it is 184 pounds. But that's the one I like to use. The other one I also really like is the Vicky Bouton heavy, I think it's heavy stock. Foundations paper. I'm gonna grab, let's do some peacock feathers. I love this color. And this is oxides are what I'm using. So I'm just gonna slowly darken, and I'm sure you're thinking night sky. That looks nothing like a.
One cut out his head.
Well, then I'll have to fussy cut it.
Do you want me to die cut it first?
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm ink smooshing, drying it a bit, and then taking a dirty cloth, like this is my inky cloth, and I just pick up the excess. And if you want, you can totally be doing like 2 sheets at a time instead of doing what I do here when I want to switch colors, where I just wipe it. Instead of wasting the ink, you can swap it to, put it on another piece. I'm going to do some.
Do you have these laid down?
They're over under here. I'm going to do some blueprint sketch. I love this one. Or actually, why don't we do Uncharted Mariner? Or what would be even prettier? Ooh, let's do Villainous Potion.
Is that a purple?
Yeah. This is going to be very fun. Yeah, it does. Doesn't it look like tie-dye? You're right, Joyce. But the key to your backgrounds is layers and layers and layers. And this is going to look completely different by the time we're done with it. I'm a little worried I might have broke my heat tool because it sounds a little funny. I will be very sad. I've had that for years. Okay. And see these little pieces here? Those are like the gold. You want to make sure you get those. They give you almost like, to see there, you get that kind of technique. And I love having that. I'm going to just dab my background. Okay. Let's grab, I think I want to do, I'm going to do some regular distress. So this is a more transparent. So I'm going to do Uncharted Mariner. And this will have a bit of transparency to it. So whereas the oxides are like a pigment base, they're like a fusion of a dye and a pigment, so they're more opaque. This is a dye ink, the regular distress, and you'll be able to see through it a bit more. This will start to dye.
That's really pretty. Anne told me to do that.
What did you?
Yeah, she said stamp it like that.
What did you use to stamp it?
Figures or
The what?
first.
Oh my god! I hope that didn't ruin my marker. Okay, I'm going to go again with the same ink. Just gonna pick this up, and I want to get this out of the way. Keep your colored images far away from your black backgrounds when you're doing this. Okay, so while this is, I'm just gonna add some spritzes using my distress sprayer. Hit it with the heat tool. Add some yellow and it's moon mist. Yes. We need a bit of pink too, Anne, for moon mist. Moon mist. I cannot wait for our ice cream place to open up down the street. I want moon mist. But you see how that kind of gave it a bleaching effect? I'm going to go in with a blending tool now, and I'm going to use the Uncharted Mariner. And I'm going to just go over everything. And it's going to darken certain areas. I love this bit right there. That's nice. Just want to try and, I don't want too much white. Look at how that's coming along already. Are you guys hating seeing the backgrounds or enjoying seeing the backgrounds? I love, this is one of my favorite things to do, is just be a mad dye chemist and play around with mixed media paper and inks and stamps. I just did some spritzing. Oh no, let me guess, Shannon used your heat tool, Anne, and you never saw it again. That's Shannon. I want to go in with, I think I have it, yes. I'm going to go in with the Salvage Patina in regular distress ink. And I'm just going to hit a few areas. Love it. Needs some white splatter. Yes, it does. Timothy loves seeing the background. Joyce loves seeing it. Ema, I'm glad. We will definitely be adding some splatter, Karen. And I'm going to switch, actually. I want to do, I'm going to use the oxide. Did I get the oxide in? Where are you? Where is my most precious salvage patina? Oh, no, that's it there. Do I not have salvage patina and oxide? What the heck? Should have it. Why can't I find it? Speckled egg. Am I blind? Oh, yes, it's on my desk. Okay, I'm going to switch to a different blending tool that's for oxides. I'm going to go, and don't worry, this, I'm just adding some layers. Okay. And now I am going to put some on my mat. You know, there's a reason why you don't want a big craft desk. In my head, I'm like, I'd like a big craft desk because more space. But even on this small craft desk, I lose things, as you can see. So I'm glad I have the little space I have. I'm going to hit it from beneath. Okay. And I'm going to add some splatter. Hit it with the heat tool again. Okay. Okay. Now I am going to go in with some black soot distress ink. And I'm going to just hit around the sides of this just to darken it up. And I think I'm going to go in with some Uncharted Mariner as well. I just kind of want to get around the perimeter of this. And I'm going to hit it with some splatter. And then the heat tool. Okay. Now I think I'm ready for my next step, which is some stenciling. So where did I put my stencils? I picked some stencils that I thought would be kind of cool. Stencils, where are you? Stencils. See, wasn't I just talking about not having a big craft desk? And this is exactly why. Oh, here. So these were from Stamp Club. And let me just see. Hold on, my camera got disconnected. I don't know. So these were from Stamp Club. They're Stencil Club, sorry. And this one, I don't know. This was the August, it's Vines, and then this was October's Chaos. I think I'm gonna go, I think I like this one. And I am going to just place this down. I want to grab, I'm going to grab some scorched timber and a blending brush. And I am going to just pick a few areas, making sure to hold this down. I just want to get some bits like that in, and to soften it, I'm going to go right over here. And I need one more. I like to do things in 3. I think we'll do right up here. Okay. Okay. Gonna splatter it now. And then I'm going to go around the perimeter with the scorched timber distress ink. Okay. Kind of like that highlight that we have going on there. And I think we need a little bit of the black soot now. So I'm going to go over and just build up just to get a little bit more darkness. And what I love about as you layer, it will pick up undertones from different layers. So you get so much depth um, to your backgrounds. I think I'd like to make part of it really dark. So it almost is like a galaxy. And I might switch to my oxide, which I'll have to be very careful because that is a bit more potent. So I'm going to go in with a distress oxide in black soot. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for here. Just to darken it, because I want this to almost look like a bit like a galaxy. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and I'm gonna grab, I think where, you know what? I use this chicken wire background stamp quite a bit. I'm gonna add some of that. Let me just clean this up. I'm going to use some of that, and I think I'm going to do in some peacock feathers. And it'll dry back a bit. So you can kind of see what we have going on there. And I don't know, do I have another stuff? It doesn't really have to be anything in particular. Here's a font, a word font. So I'm just going to pick a section just to get some words in there. There we go. And know when to call it enough. I think all this needs is a bit of some sparkle or splatter. So I'm going to use some of these. And let's do this one, I think. Or do I want to do that? Let's do this one. Okay, do I have a... Let's just get this mixed up. I was just telling Bob it looks like a galaxy. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna just use, and these watercolors I picked up at our dollar store. So it doesn't have to be expensive or anything, but this will just give it that little bit of something. There, isn't that neat? Okay, and when this dries, it'll have a shimmer. Okay, I'm gonna put that to dry. This to clean later. Let's heat this up. Don't forget to heat your projects from the back. Now, I have never used these watercolors. I just saw them for the first time when I was there a week or so ago, and I picked them up because they were like $2, $2.50 for how many are in there? We have 6 watercolors in there, and they're metallics. So we'll find out if this stuff, sometimes if you rub it, it can kind of smear. So we'll find out together. I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and I'm going to just make some space on this desk. And let's do some die cutting. Okay, so these are my backgrounds that I created. And I have a whole box full of backgrounds. This is just leftover one that I made. That's got to be 2 years ago, this background. And I had cut out a word die with it. This was from the Caveman release, so I don't know when that was. So I save all the little pieces. I figured we can cut the trees using the Over the Moon. So cut out the trees using this, and maybe the rocks using these guys, and we can layer over top. I'm thinking when I cut the trees out, I'll want to do some ink blending, some ink blending over it. So let's see, this is good, this Dollar Store stuff. It's not smearing, so, but you can see, look at that splatter. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, I can tell Kevin was in this packaging. When Kevin uses packaging, he puts it backwards. The opening should be this way. Am I not right, people? Like, he always puts the opening to the front. It should be at the back because I don't want to see it. Okay, so I'm going to take a die, and I think I want 3 trees at least. Okay, and just want to pick some interesting spots. Okay, so I'm going to grab my die cutting machine. Here, let's raise you up. Because die cutting is fun. Okay, so let's just get this in here. And I kind of like this bottom piece there. And we'll go like that. Okay, let's run this through. Yeah, you did just get run over by a bus again, Kevin. Okay. All right, so we've got 1 tree and 2 trees. Oh, I love that. Okay, we'll cut out 4 more if I can. And I have a feeling we'll only use 3, or not 4 more. I want to do 5 in total because you always want things in odd numbers. So we're either going to do 3 trees on this card front or 5. Yes, at this point in your relationship, Kevin's doing it on purpose. He is. He just wants to throw me under the bus because he knew I was doing this live. So let's just stamp the ink and, ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Let's just stamp it in an ink that's totally not compatible with Copic markers and see how he can fix it. Okay. All right. All right. We've got 5 beautiful trees. Let's put these right there, back where they should be. Okay. And I'll still save this because I could cut some pieces out of the leftovers. Okay, let's just set this. Let's just see what we've got so far. So we've got our Elliot, which before I get too far, I want to shorten the white. So our upcoming releases will not have the wide edge like this one has. So if you don't like it, do not worry. They will be back to normal with our next month's release. Sorry, I'm doing a very sloppy job, but I figure people don't want to watch me cutting out. Okay, almost there, guys. And again, do not look at the quality of cutting I am doing right now. I just need this out. Okay, I'm happier with that. Yes, of course, I know you love that green paper. Uh, I guess so. Karen saying, so when Kevin does these things on purpose, he's giving you a love tap, right? Yes. A love tap right in the you know where. Okay. So I want to, ooh, actually, I think I might use all of these pieces. Yeah, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm loving that. Okay. I don't even know. Should we do the rocks, guys? I think maybe we should. Sorry, I'm just answering my own questions. I'm going to cut a few rocks. Let's just see if we can get this. Yeah, Kevin said a love kick in the nads. Okay, I'm just going to cut these rocks out. What are you guys thinking so far of this? I am so happy with those trees. They turned out, I don't even know if I want to. I think if I'm going to do anything, there's one thing I want to do, but I don't know. Okay. I am going to, with these rocks, I'm going to use some of that Scorched Timber Distress ink. And I'm just going to hit a few sides just to give it almost some shading so it doesn't read as just flat. Okay. So what I want to do with the trees, I'm going to just pick a few trees. Okay, where did I put? There's just crap everywhere on my desk at this point, and I've somehow lost my chamois. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to pick a few green. I think I'm going to use Rustic Wilderness. And I don't want that one. That's an oxide. I want the, do I have it? Yes. I'm going to use it in the Distress ink, Rustic Wilderness. And I'm just going to pick a few trees, maybe this one here at the bottom. And I'm going to just stamp the word stamp over top of it, just to give it a bit of cohesion. You can see, just gives it a little something, something. And maybe I'll do a little bit. There. Okay, I'm fussing. Let's just get this on now. So I am going to get my glue ready. While that's running down, I'm just going to clean up. So what is everyone thinking so far? Are we liking this? Love, love, love it. Love this. It's gorgeous. It looks really good. Yay. Okay. Okay, so I am going to start gluing these trees. I am like running out of glue. Come on. Okay, plan B. I love, if anybody can get, if I recommend anything, texture stamps. They just add so much. If you really like doing the background, the kind of inky backgrounds, texture stamps, things, just weird little shapes, lines. Okay, I'm going to pop. I think I want a darker one. I'm going to put this darker one in front here. Yeah, right there. Okay. So does the glue kind of run down? There we go. Now my glue gun is ready. Okay. I love our stamp. So this is Tombow. This used to be my favorite glue. And this is my favorite glue. And I'm not just saying it because it's Stamp Anything, but I love the Stamp Anything glue. And I have that inside of my, what do you call this thing? The My Sweet Petunia, the Misty glue tool. Okay, so I am going to, let's see, let's put that, yeah, we're going to put this tree up high. What is a texture stamp? A texture stamp is, this is a texture stamp. This is chicken wire. This one is just a word. It's got love. I've used this one so many times. Text. What else? I got this one. I haven't used it yet, but just little things. They don't even have to make sense for what it is, but it just adds something to your project that's visual interest for your eye. I'm going to put this one high up here. Let's just go like that. This would be a pretty card just on its own, with a word die on it or something. You could just use the, you could do the moon and the ET outline die and call it done if you don't feel like coloring. You just wanted to do a background. Actually, I don't like that one. Do I want to put that there and this? Yeah, let's do that. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, that chicken wire is a great one. And you know, the sad thing is I got it like when I first got into stamping, never used it until maybe the last year and a half. And I use it so many times. Okay, let's just get this to lay down. And don't worry with the stamp anything glue, if it kind of oozes out like it has here, it dries nice and clear. Okay. And of course, every card needs some dimension. So I'm going to use some foam tape. And I am afraid to put him, I'm going to just go like that because I'm afraid I might have goo on my desk. So let's just get this foamed up. Okay. And let's peel these. Okay, I'm going to apply my Elliot. Where do I want to put it? I think we'll put him right about here. Like so. And now let's pick a sentiment. Which do you guys think? Should we do to my favorite extraterrestrial, keep in touch, I'll be right here, phone home? Yeah, what do you guys think sentiment wise? Let me know because I think what I'm going to do is heat emboss the sentiment. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Yeah, so let me know what sentiment you guys would like to see me use. I'm just going to flatten this out. Out of this world is one. To my favorite. So we could do you are out of this world. To my favorite extraterrestrial. Let me know. I am going to pick. I wonder if I do that could work. Where is the stamp set? I need a third person to chime in and let me know what sentiment they would like me to use. My favorite extraterrestrial, out of this world. We'd have to do you are, right? I should do you are out of this world or just out of this world. Let me know. Out of this world fits as well. Okay. Okay. Let's do some heat embossing. Where's my, okay. I am going to, gotta always do my white. I love my white embossing powder. Okay, you are out of this world. So that's what we're gonna do. So I am just going to I'm going to use this little scrap as my banner. And I am going to do it in two parts. Well, I would like, can I fit? You are. Let's just see if we can get this. I'm going to really live on the wild side and see if I can freehand this without using my Misty. I'm going to stamp it in. I'm going to do it in my black because I like stamping with this one instead of, it gives a crisper outline. So let's see. You are, okay, and I'm going to heat emboss this before it dries too much. This is not typically, this gun takes forever to heat emboss, but I don't feel like getting my other one. So let's just. Hot. Okay, almost embossed. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's good for now. So let's grab Out of This World. Now this is going to be the real test. Can I get it to fit and line up? I know I'm going rogue. I'm a daredevil. I'm so wild right now. First I use the reds first, and now I'm just not even using a Misty. Okay. Pray for me, people. Oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. And my hands are like shaky. All right, I pressed down. Oh, I think I actually did decent. Okay, where's my brush? Okay, look at that. I think that's not bad. Let's heat this. Oh yeah, protect my Manny. Use tweezers. I have been paper crafting for 12 years, and heat embossing never gets old. I love watching it. There we go. And if you used a proper heat tool, this would take 2 seconds. But I am not, because I'm being lazy. Okay, look at that, guys. It actually kind of worked. It would have been better had I not used a black ink, but I needed to be able to see. If I used just a regular embossing ink, I couldn't have seen it as well. I have so many lights on in this room right now. Okay. It's good. Okay, let's cut this. I'm going to just slice the bottom because I want this to be a small banner. There is, let's just, that looks good. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna just pop that. And I think this needs to be, do I want this popped up or do I want it? I'm gonna do a small angle like that. And I think I am gonna pop this up. And then it just needs, I think, one other element. Because it wouldn't be a Stevie card if it didn't have this one element. Can anybody guess what that would be? Okay. Just peeling the back of this. Now, where do I want this? Batiks. uh, for anyone that doesn't know, batiks are a fabric for quilting that I'm obsessed with at the moment. But to answer everybody's question, it needs some sequins. So I think I'm going to use these little confetti discs. Okay, where are my tweezers? I need my little rubbery thing. Where did it go? Does that have the end? No. I don't know where my stuff is. Okay, so I'm going to go with 5. And I'm going to glue these suckers down. And it would help if I had my grabber, but oh, did but I do not know where it is. I don't know where anything is. Okay, 1. Where is my freaking grabber? I want it, and I could really use it right now. Okay, so we're going to put 1 right over this tree. In. There we go. Oh, that one went rogue and disappeared. Okay. Sorry, this is probably painful to watch. There is like a little grabber, like for sequins, and I just don't know where mine is. Normally it's not this painful. One right there. Here, I'll just get a fresh one. And then I promise this card is complete. There, so we have 5 on there. There we go. And then of course, you could mat this, give it a bit of a white border if you wanted, or just leave it. I think I prefer it without the white border, and then put it on your card front. Let's do that right now. You know it's a card I like if I actually give it a card base, because I never do that half the time anymore. Let's make this a completed card. Let's just put this on. Under the cutter bee scissors. I don't know what Kevin's talking about. Thank you, everyone. There we go. A completed card. And then once this is dry, I'll tidy up. I'll cut off the excess white on the top and bottom. But there we go. We have a card. We can send somebody. Did I get the backing key? I didn't even do that. So there we go. We've got our cool mixed media background. We've got some texture and dimension. I think it's a card anybody would be thrilled to receive. So any questions before I head off for the night? And I hope everybody enjoyed and learned something new. Admire that lovely background. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night, a great weekend. Don't forget to set your clocks an hour ahead on, I think it's Sunday. We're getting closer to the spring. It's an exciting time. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you in the next live, the first Friday of April.